Oh, my name is Margaret Ann Windsor. That's my real name. I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace in '41 and brought to the United States, Moulton, Alabama, and given the name of a twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey, and I married a Childers. That's the name I still have to use. Um, Both twins were dead. They were killed by their mother, Lina Dempsey. They were illegitimate, and back then, that was considered a bad thing, and the woman was a psychopath. Now, both twins she had killed, so she would have faced the death penalty in Alabama if it had been told. Um, so later, she did everything. The woman was horrible to me. It was a horrible life, but let me skip that. She would have faced the death penalty, so she would have done anything to keep me quiet. When I did a book about mind control in '77 and '78 in Marietta, Georgia, is where I lived, and that's when Larry Flint Hustler magazine was shot March the 6th of '78 in Lawrenceville, about 40 miles from me. Um, I had written about a doctor, and his plane went down in the medical malpractice about mind control. Um, Being used to murder and commit crimes. It can make you trip and fall down the steps, and it looks like it was just an accident when it was a murder. Make it look like you committed suicide when that wasn't the truth at all. But these murders were committed. This is Aurora, Colorado. James Holmes, and he's being treated for mental illness, which has nothing to do with mind control. Um, it is so hideous that it's even being suggested, and none of your psychiatrists or anyone stand up and tell the truth. Even though you can download MK Ultra or excuse me, look at it on Google. I just got up this morning, so I'm still, and I'm have been worked over myself, believe me. So I'm not feeling the greatest, and I don't see the point to any of this anymore. I've turned it over to the local stations, and they know it. They know the truth. They just will not print it about my kidnapping. They knew the media knew that before I did. It's controlled the media by the Rockefellers and Rothschilds, the very people that helped kidnap me. Um, so I find it appalling when this morning, um, and I'm trying to explain why I feel a little not ready to get going this morning. I haven't even had my coffee yet, which I love. But it's so appalling. I have lived here since October of '86. And believe me, the media all over knew part of about my kidnapping before I did. But the point is, I've turned over about the mind control murders being done in patterns, and the media just won't print it. They will not, even though they know it's the truth. But they find no problem in um, writing, printing lies about me. Um, this morning, the recent train crash, and I put this on the videos um, uh, the last few days. I've told about the Rockefellers. I've told about the mind control murders being done in patterns. And here you've got the Rockefeller, the crash that happened, the train. I put that on video the last few days on Facebook. I mean, if they are the news media, they should be digging this up themselves, or at least when I hand it over to them, at least tell it. Instead, uh, they told about Rockefeller saying he felt like he was in a trance or a daze. And, if you go back to some of these shooters that are victims themselves of mind control and check at what they have said if they weren't told to shoot themselves, and they'll use the same terms like they were in the days, or that's how other people will describe them. I can't get it. Uh, Channel 7 this morning that I was watching them, um, when they told about what Rockefeller said about feeling like he was in a daze or a dream, or highway hypnosis, I thought that was odd. He described it. Rockefeller did himself. Now, he doesn't have to be kin to the Rockefellers. It's the use of the name and the other things that happened this week also that were done in patterns. So I don't know when they are forced to tell it, if they ever do, the media. And it seems that they have to tell it before anybody will lock onto it and believe it and do anything. But the local Channel 7, instead of telling the truth, when they told what Rockefeller said about feeling like he was in a daze or trance, you know what they did? They went to a truck driver, a female truck driver that was going through, 18-wheeler, going through Roanoke for their information. They interviewed her, and she said something about, well, when you're driving, to keep from falling into a trance, or they're inferring that Rockefeller was in a trance. They're taking his word for it, how he described it. He doesn't know he's in mind control, but they do, the media. But anyway, they ask, we're talking to her, and this is a woman that's driving an 18-wheeler that knows nothing about mind control, knows nothing about what's really happened and used. They're going to her for their information, and she's telling them that something about, well, you have to keep your eyes moving left to right, and it keeps your brain alert, and this is how you stop what really is being done by mind control. So, well, I tell them, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I'm in such bad condition and everything, I don't think I'm going to make it, period, from being worked over. I had someone approach me from Channel 7. I didn't know who they were back about 10 or 11. I can't remember. And they approached me where I was at and told me that someone I think he said it was his wife, worked for Channel 7, and all they do is they're handed sheets that are told what to go out and cover, and they don't really cover the news. They read police reports. Who do you think's involved in all of this that would allow such a cover-up also?